Hey guys, it's Kidder's Barbecue back at it again. So it's a really chilly night here in Ohio. It is 0 and it's supposed to get to like -3 by 2 o'clock, I guess. I don't know. All I know it's cold. So today I'm cooking 2 pork shoulders. I'm doing a cook-off between my 2 smokers. I haven't seen this done, so I'm kind of excited for this little experiment. So it's my Yoder YS 640 pellet smoker versus my Weber Smoky Mountain. So what I'm doing is I want to see which one cooks better, has the better bark, has a better smoke flavor, smoke ring, and which one gets done faster and which one maintains and cooks better in this cold weather. I've never cooked my Yoder in this kind of weather before. Actually, when I turned it on, it made some really funky noises. Kind of scared me for a second. I didn't just know all the metal parts were all cold, so after it warmed up, it stopped making that whining noise. Whew, scared me. So I'm just curious on which one cooks better, a $1,500 smoker or a $400 smoker. So with that being said, I'm going to inject both the shoulders exactly the same, rub it down exactly the same. I'm using Lumberjack Pellets Pecan flavor, and I forget what it's a Weber pecan chunks, so pecan. So everything's the same, it's just 2 different units. And I kind of figured the Yoder's going to hold its temp better, thicker metal, and it's designed to keep its temperature, you know, set it and forget it type cooking. So I got them both fired up right now. I'm trying to get them to 250. The Weber's having a hard time right now. I'm gonna have to go play around with that to get that up. But it is what it is. It's cold. So basically what I'm gonna do, I only have one Thermoworks smoke. I do have 2 meat probes, but I need the ambient probe to measure, check my internal temp of my Weber. So I'm gonna use the meat probe in the Weber and the ambient probe in the Weber, because whatever temperature I put my Yoder on it, it's about maybe 5 to 10 degrees difference from what it really says, but it's spot on. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna set my timer to internal temperature of 165, which is typically the stall of a pork shoulder. So when that starts going off, I'm going to take my Thermoworks pin and I will probe the one that is in my Yoder and see what the internal temp is. See which one got there the fastest. I'm not wrapping these at all. I've never wrapped one. I've never not wrapped one in my Yoder, so I'm curious on how much bark I can get off my Yoder. And the same thing with my Weber. I've never cooked a pork shoulder on my Weber. These are actually boneless. I didn't realize they were boneless until I got them out of the package and I patted them dry. So we'll see. We're just going to experiment. I'm really curious on how this is going to go. I really hope my Yoder wins, because I spent a lot more money on it. But it is what it is. So I'm using, I think I said I'm using Lumberjack Pellets, and then I'm using Royal Oak briquettes and Weber pecan wood. So while that's getting all fired up out there, getting my temps ready, if I can get them there, it's too cold. Can't believe I'm doing this in the cold. So YouTube friends and family, I hope you enjoy this. So let me get you on the other tripod, bring you down here closer and see what products I'm using today. Alright, here we go. So here's our 2 pork shoulders. I'm going to inject it with Cosmos Q injection original pork. I already got that. I used 2 scoops because I'm using it for both of these guys. So I went ahead and shook it all up. I'm using Suckle Buster's competition rub. I'm telling you, I've never been disappointed whatsoever with this company. It's an amazing rub. If you haven't tried it, you must try it. You can get this stuff on Amazon, or you can go to their main page and buy it. But I'll have this down in the link and description below. Same thing with Cosmos Q's. All their products are amazing. So might as well go with the competition rub because I'm doing a competition between two smokers. That's basically the only reason why I picked it. I'm just joking, it's a great rub. So let's go ahead and get this all injected up. It's been a while since I've cooked one without a bone. I didn't realize what I picked up until I got it home, I guess. Oh well, it's all the same. The bone gives it more flavor in my opinion, but I'm also using a new toy. Forgot to mention, and you probably noticed it in the first part of the video, is I got a new mic. I've never had one before, and my cousin's wife, Jen, thank you, bought it for me, and let me know how it works. I didn't really play with it much. I just kind of stuck it in there and ran with it. Hopefully it makes me sound a lot more clear. So I'm gonna get this injected up. I'm not gonna use no binder. It's getting late. I've been messing around with that Weber out there. It's cold. I'm having a hard time trying to get it up to 200 degrees. So I might have to go out there and start a chimney full and see if I can raise the temperature that way. I mean, it's cold, guys. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one complaining. Everybody else is having problems too. And I think Florida was just having snow the other day. Now, that's ridiculous. I'm pretty sure I heard Ohio is colder than the Antarctica or something like that. I saw some post on Facebook. So this is about all the injection I'm going to use. I think I got plenty in there. So I'm going to go ahead and rub one of these up real quick. Like I said, I'm just going to use the juices as binders. There's no reason for it. Some people say it does, but not me. I'll tell you what, this rub smells good. I've used this on ribs. I haven't used it on any pork, but it was really good on. Great color, great taste. It's a mild rub. It's great on ribs. All the stuff I'm using on here, guys, I will have this down at the bottom of my of this YouTube video. So if you need to check or go on Amazon and buy it, you can help a brother out and get a little commission if you buy it. If not, it's cool. Just trying to help everybody out. Also, I've been wanting to ask, you know, I'm new. I'm trying to get my name out there. What's some good ways to boost up my subscribers? I know people have to like my stuff to subscribe, but how do I get my name out there? Is there anything I can do? Any ideas? Anything you guys would like to see me cook? Anything like that? So I'm trying to get my name out here. This is a hobby that I love. I take pride in what I do. People think I'm crazy, staying up all the time cooking, but I love it. Love cooking. And if I can make this a full-time job, hopefully in the near future I can make it that way. Oh, it's my dream. But yeah, how do I get my name out there? I got me a Facebook page. Please go check me out on there too. I think I'm about to make a Twitter account, jump on that. I am about to finish making my what is it called? Can't even think. Brain fart. Like a donation page. It'll come to me. But where you can support the channel, and you can donate anything or nothing at all. Just anything or just as little dollar, anything will help. Because I want to make sure I can keep doing this stuff because this is fun. Especially I get to learn new things, meet new people on Facebook and YouTube. It's great. It's a great community. If you haven't, I was nervous about jumping in here and doing this, but I'm glad I did because I met some people. I talked to people, get great tips and advice from people. It's awesome. And again, I hope you guys are like what I'm doing, and so I can keep doing this. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pause this. You guys seen what I did with the first one. I'm gonna do exactly the same as this one. Plus my nose is starting to run because it's cold. I'll be back in a second. Morning, y'all. It's about 7 o'clock and it is 1 degree out, I think. Something like that. It's cold. My hands are freezing, so this is gonna be quick. I thought my alarm was going off on the Weber saying the internal temp of the meat was 165, but it wasn't. It's only 138. But the reason why the internal pit is so low at 149 is because I opened the lid and put more charcoal and stuff like that in there. It was at 190, so I went back, you know, get them coals nice and hot again so we can get that rolling. So I'm not going to check that, so I am going to check the Yoder, which is running at 225. And by the way, I didn't tell everybody because I went to, as a last minute decision. I had a hard time getting that thing to 250 last night, so I finally got it at like 230, so I just ran it at 230, turned this down to 225. So try to get an equal match as I can for this competition between these cooks. So let's go ahead and check on this shoulder. And again, I didn't have another Pit Pro. Ooh, the colors are really nice. Look at that mahogany color. Ooh. Man. I forget why I put my rack in there last night. Oh well. Let's check this. Use this thermo pen here. 135. Wow. That's what's up. Nice. That's impressive, actually. Really impressive. I did not think it was going to be at 165 already, but it is. It dropped down to 180, but that's okay. Let's see how many pellets I have left. This is a 20-pound hopper. Oh. I have. That's crazy. I thought I would mow down a whole bag by now. Huh. Wow, the Yoder is really impressing me in this cold temp right now. Very impressive. Oh, yeah, I meant to tell you about this. I have this Thermoworks pen. It's the MK4, I think is what it is, but I got the sleeve. It's got the magnets on it, and it glows in the dark. And it's got I took it off, but it's got like a necklace, so, or like chain or whatever. This thing's bad to the bone. But I wanted the sleeve because I got tired of dropping it, so the magnet, it's probably a little hot, but it's okay. Magnet. As cold as it is, it still works. Alright, my hands are freezing, y'all. So hopefully this guy, I'm not even gonna dare open the lid. It's taking forever just to get back to 156. So come on, Weber. I know it's cold. Get after it. Alright, y'all, I'm going back inside. Whew. I had to get out of there. That was cold. My hands were like on fire. They were like so cold they were burning. So the Weber was actually letting me down. I thought I would do a little better than what it's doing. It is having a hard time trying to get back up the temp. I bet you that shoulder is going to be done 3 hours prior to the Weber if I can't get this temp to get up. The pit temp is only 170, and it's been 35 minutes since I opened that lid, so it is cold. So, but that's about it so far. The test is going well. What else? That's about it. So I will let you know. It took 7 hours for the Yoder to hit a 165 internal meat temp. So only using a half bag of fuel. And the Weber, it was a 15-pound bag, and now I put another half bag of lump charcoal briquettes in there, and that was at the 7-hour mark. So, and this is the internal temperature of the pit is, I'm looking outside through the window, 188. So it's rising pretty slow. So when that, I will let you know the time when the Weber finally hits 165, and by that time, the way the Yoder's rocking and rolling, that's probably when I'll be pulling that shoulder off there, because I'm going to pull them, both of them, when they're both at 198 degrees internal temperature. Alright, y'all, I'll see you back in a little bit. Alright, y'all, that Weber finally came with the temp. It's saying it's 237. It took an hour and 15 minutes to get up to that temperature for 160. It is cold. It's -2 is what I just looked on WeatherBug. So it's cold. And I really don't know how to flip this thing around. Oh well. So I'll be back at it when that pork shoulder finally hits 165 on the Weber. The Yoder one might be done by then. It's super cold. That's why I'm inside recording this. I'm not going outside unless I have to. Hey y'all, here's the shoulders finally done. It hit 198. It took 11 hours and 15 minutes in the Yoder, and the other shoulder is still in the Weber, is still going. So I'm gonna go ahead and spritz this a little bit with apple juice, water, and a little bit of hot sauce, and pour some in there and wrap this up and put it in the cooler. So I'm gonna mark this one so I don't forget which one it is, and when I get the other one out, I'll show you what that one looks like. It's got great bark. Actually, it chips them out. It's got some great smoke flavor too. Finally, the Weber shoulder is done. It's got a lot more bark compared to my Yoder, and this one took 14 hours, and this thing is only 8.5 pounds. It just tells you how much a factor the weather was to it. So I got my juice in there. I'm gonna wrap this up and let it sit for an hour before I pull it apart. Alright y'all, these pork shoulders are done. I'll tell you what, that was a really tough cook. I mean, being -2 degrees, trying to use 2 different smokers at the same time, trying to monitor the temp on one. I'll tell you what, that was difficult. I hope you guys enjoy this. So these things have been resting. This one over here is my Yoder shoulder. This is my Weber. Even though, as I mentioned before, the bark looked thicker on my Weber, I don't know if it was just lighting. That's not the case. It's actually my Yoder that actually has more bark. I had to go back and double check. So before I give you a close-up, the Yoder took 11 hours and 15 minutes, and the Weber took 14. These things are barely, a little over 7 pounds each. So that just tells you how much weather is a factor. I used 2 15-pound bags of briquettes, and I used a bag and a half of pellets, which are, one bag is 20 pounds. So I used 30 pounds of pellets to cook this thing, because I didn't want to wrap it. It probably would have been a lot quicker if I wrapped it, but I wanted to see how it all went. So let me get you a close-up on it and see what you think. Alright. That is the Yoder shoulder. Great smoke ring. Here's the Weber. Both look great. So now you know how long it takes to cook one. Now I'm just ready to shred it up. But I don't feel like hand shredding all this, because I'm sure they're still somewhat pretty warm. So I have a new toy. I don't know if I ever showed it. I don't get to use it very often because I don't do many pork shoulders. So let me grab a bucket and a cordless drill. I'll be right back. All right, this is the Weber shoulder. I got it in a 5-gallon bucket because I'm gonna use my shredder. I'm over. Them days are over for me pulling shoulders, because sometimes I do parties and I do like 6 of them. I'm not hand pulling them things anymore. I got this thing on Amazon. I forget what I paid for it. I will have this thing down in the description box, so click it and buy it because it's a must-have. So, oops, you believe that? Should have tightened it up. What a mistake. All right, let's get after it. So I hold the bucket because it gets a little squirrely if you don't hold on the bucket. And that's it. Whoops, click the release button or whatever, or it came unlocked. That's it. What was that, like 3 seconds? There you go, pulled pork. So I'm gonna get this in a tray and I'll go ahead and get the other one. All right, this is the Yoder shoulder. I'll go ahead and show you the process again with this new toy. It's fun playing with power tools and cooking. I just kind of tap it in there. I don't just go hold the trigger down because it'll make it too fine. I like mine kind of chunky, a little bit of fine, I guess. You can go all crazy if you want. Depends how fine you want. I like some big chunks in there, here and there. Looks good to me. That's the only way you should pull. Oh, I can't talk. That is the only way you should pull pork with power tools. Like I said, everything I'm using in this video will be in the description down below. So check that Amazon affiliate links and click it. Especially that pork shoulder puller. Gotta have one. Gotta own one. Alright, y'all. So let's do the taste test. Alright. Cook is finally done. Now it's time for the taste test. So, since you guys seen the new pork puller, I don't know why I can't say that, alright, but pork puller, new toy, love it. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what the Weber pulled pork looks like. Tell you what, looks good, doesn't it? Great smoke, tender as can be. So now we have to see what it tastes like. Sorry about the lighting. I'm trying the selfie thing on my phone here. Tender. Even though it went 14 hours, that is really tender. And cold as it was, I thought it'd be a little bit dry. That injection, Cosmos Q, point on, rub, perfect. So that's pretty good. I'll be impressed. I don't know if I can beat that. It's got plenty of smoke flavor. All right, I didn't have another pan. Hope y'all can see that. That's the Yoder. Great, plenty of smoke, looks like. Let's grab a piece out of there. Ooh. Ooh. Look at that smoke rings. Oh. Napkin. Man. That's close. Wow. I don't know. I feel like there's a better pork taste in the Yoder than the Weber. I feel like the Weber has a little bit more smoke. They're exactly the same on juicy wise. They're both tender as can be. So overall, I think the Yoder won. I'm going to say that because I like the pork natural like flavor plus the smoke and the rub. I got a natural good balance with the Yoder. I don't know, that's close. That's like very, very close. But I'm gonna go with the Yoder. just because it didn't take as long to cook and it was easy to maintain. It was set it and forget it. But I do like my Weber. I do like that extra smoke, but I do like to taste pork too. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Subscribe, like, and comment like always. Check out them Philly links on Amazon. And you know what? Stay tuned, I'll be cooking again. See y'all.